U.S. President Trump on Thursday, April 3rd, unveiled a 10% baseline tariff on all imports to the United States and imposed higher duties on some of the country's biggest trading partners, triggering a plunge in world financial markets and stoking fears of a global downturn. Russia, along with Belarus, Cuba, and North Korea, some of the world's most heavily sanctioned countries, avoided additional tariffs, and the Russian ruble was little changed against the US dollar and China's yuan on Friday. Meanwhile, Russia must take extra measures to minimize the negative impact on its economy from global market turbulence due to tariffs imposed on countries around the world this week by US President Donald Trump, the Kremlin said on Friday, April 4th. It is hardly for Russia's benefit. For obvious reasons, Russia did not make it into this list because the trade between us and the United States is as good as absent in any tangible figures. Essentially, there are no trade and economic relations. But we see very emotional reaction of the world economy to these decisions. We see quite a high level of turbulence in international markets. The global economy is in fever now. Nor did it react strongly to a 2% fall in prices for oil, Russia's main export commodity. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said Moscow had escaped Trump's punitive treatment because it had no tangible trade with Washington due to sanctions. We are hearing very unfavorable forecasts from various economists, including world-renowned economists, who are pessimistic about this latest news. Let's just say that with a storm like this, we need to be very careful to minimize the negative effects on our economy. You know that thanks to the very sophisticated moves taken by our government together with the president, our economy develops successfully enough. It is strong and has a very solid margin of safety. But additional efforts will be needed in the wake of the turbulence the global economy is experiencing now. $36 billion in 2021, the year before the full-scale conflict in Ukraine began. Peskov told reporters in a daily briefing that Russian officials were closely monitoring global markets for potential negative effects on the country's economy.